Welcome to the Lyrical Lounge YouTube channel. I'm your host, Charles Taylor. Today is February the 8th, 2021, and I got another update to the playlist. The Lyrical Lounge playlist is an exploration of machine-learned recommendations. Each week I listen to the computer-generated Discovered Weekly on Spotify, and any songs that match my musical preferences that I would recommend you check out are added to the playlist. This week, if we dive right into it, we had some new additions to the playlist. Some weeks we don't, and some weeks we do. So you can see there were 3 tracks added to the playlist this week. I believe I posted this on Instagram as well. So if you follow me on Instagram at Lyrical Lounge Live, then you'll also see these postings as well. Cross Shaw by Simon D, Broke for a Minute by Paul Dewar and Barney Artist, Contradictions Maze featuring, I'm gonna completely butcher this one for sure, Meamua Youssef, Meamuma, I told you I'd butcher it. Mumu Fresh is, I believe, her artist name. All of these tracks are really good in my opinion. Definitely worth a listen to. They're tracks that should enrich your life. At least that is the idea. Why do I do this? Well, each week, like I said, I check out the Discover Weekly playlist that Spotify's machine-learned AI will recommend. They'll pick songs and they'll recommend that you check these out. You can see here your weekly mixtape of fresh music. Enjoy new music and deep cuts picked just for you. Updates every Monday. Okay, so this is a new, fresh batch. Maybe you recognize some of these names in here. Maybe you don't. Either way, at some point throughout this week, I'm going to be listening to all of these songs, liking the ones that I enjoy and say, hey, give me more. And new this year with Spotify, when you're playing these songs, you also have an option to, it's like a do not disturb symbol. And by hitting that symbol, you're basically giving it the thumbs down and you're saying, don't play me, remove this song from the playlist, don't play me any more songs that are similar to this. And the lane in which I've noticed basically what's happening is that Spotify sees what I'm listening to and just continues to recommend songs that other listeners have listened to after hearing the song that I listened to. If you're a little bit confused, that's okay, me too. But basically, the more that it understands kind of what you're likely to play and to listen through, especially I'm thinking all the way through, it's going to recommend more songs like that. But you end up getting a more narrow approach. At least throughout the past year and a half, I think I've been doing this. That's kind of the theme of what's been happening. I've been really tuned into this narrow lane of hip hop. If you go to the Lyrical Lounge playlist, you'll clearly be able to see what I'm talking about when I say this narrow lane of hip hop. I hesitate to describe it in any sense because as soon as I start saying, oh, it's like this kind of hip hop or that kind of hip hop, I don't feel like I do a good justice to some of the artists who are on here who are not labeled within those kind of boxes, that kind of framework, right? So, I mean, yeah, that's basically, I expect that every week now. A lot of the same kind of songs, the same kind of material. Oh, I found, here's the disable thing. It says hide this song, so you can hide it from the playlist. And I'm assuming, because it's machine learned AI, that the recommendation system built into Spotify is going to take note of, hey, user, 3,000,001 said that they don't want to listen to any more Brand Nubian, so don't play songs that are similar to this type of song. So now in 2021, I've been doing that slowly. I'm going to do it more often and really try to kind of curb away from the same music over and over. What I had originally thought was going to happen with using a system like this, and any of the songs that I like, add them to a playlist, and continuing to come back to the Discover Weekly playlist week by week, I figured that is exactly what would happen. I'd just get more and more narrow suggestions. Now, one thing that it doesn't do is if I've played through a song, especially if I've played through a song in full and or have liked it, not liked it, whatever the case is, if I've previously interacted with the song, it's not going to show up on the mixtape. So there's a lot of really good music that's not on my playlist that I have heard on Spotify, but it didn't come in through the Discover Weekly playlist. It didn't come in through that mixtape, so it's not on this epic list that I have here, which now, by the way, boasts 290 songs, 19 hours, 53 minutes. We're almost at the 20-hour mark, 20 hours of music. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, that's my little ramble for right now. Just glancing at this list, we got some good notable names on the list for the upcoming week. And again, it's like I'm seeing these names over and over, and then a lot of names that like I don't really recognize, which 9 times out of 10 nowadays are going to be instrumental music as well. If you guys have any idea of how to manipulate the machine learned algorithm of discovering new music, let me know. Write it in the comment down below. I really want to just, investigate further this whole thing, and also in the end up with a really dope playlist that I call Lyrical Lounge. So if you want, you can follow it. Hit that follow button wherever it shows up, and then also don't forget to organize the playlist by most recently added, and that's going to help bring you up to date on what's been new into the playlist. How long have I been doing this for? 2019. There we go. So for January, February, March, April 2019 is when I actually started putting this playlist together. Well, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. I'm going to cut this video now. I've definitely rambled for too long anyways. So if you want to engage with me, comments down below. If you want to support, Patreon down below. And yeah, peace.